One, if you could go back, right, and see any band in concert, what would it be?
Oh.
So you can choose to see anyone at any time. What would it be? You can like lots of ones. So any concert that you would have liked to have seen, you didn't get a chance because you were not alive at the time.
A couple come to mind.
Yep.
One is Queen live at Wembley, 1988. Just for the sheer power and like the how Freddie Mercury was willing to like manipulate his audience and play them up, and it's an incredible piece of showmanship. Yeah.
Yep.
So for the sheer power of the songs, of the showmanship, and the fact that it was the final Queen tour with Freddie Mercury, I would say that one. And my second one would be the Royal Albert Hall concert of Bob Dylan.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
Yeah. Which was recorded in Manchester. So if we were around in the 60s, we probably would be able to go see that.
Yeah.
But the 1966 Royal Albert Hall concert, where Bob Dylan famously, he did a tour in the 60s where he did, his first set was all acoustic, and then the second half was like an electronic rock band, which everybody hated. And he played, his new hits, and he also, to piss off his fans, he used to play like rock and roll versions of old folk songs and stuff, and basically just stick it right to his fans. And just to hear that moment where the guy is, shouts Judas, and he launches into like a Rolling Stone. They're about to launch into it, and he's like, "I don't believe you, you're a liar." And then he shouts to the band, "Play it fucking loud." And they launch into like this apocalyptic version of like a Rolling Stone.
That's amazing.
That would have been brilliant. Yeah, I'd probably go to that concert.
Yes.
Just to be there and feel the electricity and be like, "No, leave Bob alone. He knows what he's doing."
Yeah. You think you would have shouted Judas?
I don't. No, I would have.
No.
I don't know where I would have placed.
But it would have been
because we're like millennials, so we can look back in retrospect and be like, "Oh, he was a genius for taking folk music and putting it into the next step." I don't know how I would have reacted back in the day.
No.
I think I would have greatly disliked his electronic, like his rock and roll stuff at first, but then it would have grown on me.
Yeah.
And then I would have probably absolutely loved it. So by the time he was touring, like in '66, I probably would be well up for it.
Yes. I would love to have seen Neil Young doing Tonight's the Night in small clubs.
Oh yeah.
How amazing would that have been?
Tonight's the night. See him like just spaced out of his mind.
Yes, spaced out of his mind, playing these dirges on piano. It would have been amazing. Another one, even though I'm not really a big fan of the band, I think it would have been amazing to see Led Zeppelin live in the 70s.
Oh yeah. For like the 4-hour concerts they used to do.
Yeah, the 4-hour what's the album? Where it's like it's not that crappy new one, the 2008 one. The one where it's like
How the West Was Won.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great album. Yeah.
I mean, just being there and like, I'm not really a big fan of the albums, but
hearing like a half-hour version of Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That would have been amazing, wouldn't it? And like, to see that.
Dazed and Confused.
Sonic Youth would have been on the list. What period though, like, of that would you have chosen? Because it's hard with bands, isn't it? Because like, you got like, if you went to see Bob Dylan in the 60s, it would have been great, but you wouldn't have been able to hear like Idiot Wind or
Tangled Up in Blue.
or any of those songs. But you don't really want to see him now. His voice is gone.
That's it. Yeah, he reinterprets the songs to the point where they're not really interesting, but just kind of. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll probably go for his mid-60s period when he was in his prime.
Yeah. What about the Rolling Thunder review?
Oh, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been great. I would have loved to have seen Pavement, the 90s band.
Oh yeah.
Live when they were doing their late 90s stuff. Like the last tour kind of thing would have been great. But I think of other like infamously.
Maybe when Radiohead were first touring. What do you call it? Kid A.
Kid A. Oh.
Yeah, when they were first touring Kid A, and the album had not really come out yet. It had maybe leaked on the internet. You heard some of the songs and hear that for the first time.
Have you heard that story that apparently they used to play it before the album were out and people were singing along?
Yeah, yeah.
They downloaded it.
Yeah. It's kind of amazing.
That would have been. I'd love to see them even now. Like they would be on the book because they apparently have got hired a second drummer, the guy from Portishead.
Oh yeah.
And apparently they're much more rhythmic than they used to be, and like they're actually having fun.
Radiohead, when are you making a new album? And when are you going to tour again?
Yeah.
I'd be well up for it.
Yeah. Well, they tour a lot. I think around Europe now. I think they were touring last year, but only in like they did a big concert in Japan.
I think they're all busy doing the solo stuff.
Yeah.
From the Orc did Tomorrow's Modern Boxers, and Phil Selway did a solo album.
And what did Johnny Greenwood do?
Johnny D. Greenwood is busy doing the soundtracks to Paul Thomas Anderson films, including this year's hit flop, Inherent Vice.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else would have been great to see. Would you have seen the Beatles live? Because they were apparently not. You couldn't really hear them because of the.
I wouldn't want to see the Beatles live.
No.
Because all my favourite Beatles songs are from like the second half of their career.
Yeah.
And after, I think it was Revolver. After Revolver, they quit touring.
Yeah.
And they didn't tour again. After that, they just concentrated on being like a studio band. Because, well, for one, yeah, you couldn't hear them because the girls were screaming. And second, the ambition of the music they were starting to do couldn't be recreated on stage.
Yeah.
So they just decided, why even try?
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a shame. But no, I don't really want to see the Beatles live.
No, which is weird because they're like one of the best bands ever.
Also, you'd have had to put up with the smell of urine.
Why?
Well, it's actually, this is recounted on the Quadrophenia album by The Who.
Yeah.
It's in the song, what's it called now? I think it's 515, where it's, the guy goes sees a band and the bouncers are like spraying cologne to mask the smell of urine because the girls were so excited that they'd wet themselves. That's an actual thing that happened.
Yeah.
Like when the Beatles were touring and the Rolling Stones were touring, but the girls were in such a frenzy screaming and like faint. They used to faint all the time and they used to like pee themselves.
Ugh.
So the bouncers used to like spray cologne around the stage and around in the the area where you'd watch them to mask the smell of urine.
Would you ever seen the Stones live?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they'd have been great live. Back in the prime.
Not now.
Not now.
Where
Fuck no.
where they look like skeletons.
Yeah, but back in the prime. Yeah.
Yeah.
For like I said, for that brief period where we were like the best rock band in the world for like 3 years.
Yeah.
When we had Mick Taylor in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we got that. A lot of other bands you don't really mind not seeing them in concert, I don't think, because it's like, it's not like a big event like that would have been. What's your favourite band to see live? Yes. I said something. Would you have seen Nirvana live?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Do you reckon it'd have been that good?
We used to be quite good live.
Yeah.
We used to just play like, we used to do sets like the Ramones. We'd play like 30 songs over the course of like an hour and a half. So just with the sheer visceral power of it, yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Ramones at CBGB's.
CBGB's.
Back in the day, yeah.
I'd have loved to have seen Talking Heads. Talking Heads live. They used to tour, and they'd bring like a 16-piece band to play like how complex like the stuff on Remaining Light was, because it's all rhythmic. And what they did was in the studio they just overdubbed everything. So there's like thousands of overdubbed guitars and drums and all that, but live they just hired loads and loads and loads of musicians to come in with them, and it would have been absolutely amazing to see that live.
Got another one.
Yeah.
King Crimson touring Lark's Tongues in Aspic, Starless and Bible Black and Red. That like 2-year period.
Yeah.
Where they were at like their creative heights and they were just like a powerhouse of rhythm. Yeah, fuck yeah. To hear Bill Bruford and John Wetton going at it on rhythm, just like he played these insane bass lines and like Bill Bruford just going fucking insane on the drums. Yeah, that'd have been fucking awesome.
Would you ever seen what period of Lou Reed, or would you have not been too bothered?
I don't think I've been too bothered.
No.
Well,
he had a reputation for not being that good and to launch into bizarre monologues about nothing. Velvet Underground even weren't meant to be that good. What they were like really experimental and just played one chord for 7 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that wouldn't have been too good. But yeah, I mean, you could list loads of them.
Yeah.
Really, you could infinitely list like a whole bunch. But if you were just to pick one, then would it still be those two, or now that we've talked about it a bit more, would it be?
I'll still go for those two.
You still go for those two?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what my essential one be. Mine would be Neil Young touring the Ditch trilogy. That would have just been amazing. It would have been the like weirdest, darkest concert ever. But yeah, nice little short, fun one. No paedophiles in this one.
No.
None of us would like to see. David Bowie. Would you have seen David Bowie? Oh,
David Bowie. Oh yeah, definitely David Bowie.
Which period?
I've always Ziggy.
What was Ziggy?
But see, like the thing with like when he was touring Glow and Heroes live, he would recreate the records like exactly.
Yeah.
He was accused of being too experimental on the Diamond Dogs Young Americans tour, where he reinterpreted the songs too much. But then he was criticised on the Low Heroes tour because he was just slavishly following the album, so he couldn't really meet a happy medium. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I never thought I'd say this because we did a video all about these older granddads going on tour. But when David Bowie did the reality tour, he used to do like 3-hour concerts. And he'd just play music from all his periods. So right from Ziggy through to Low, even some of his 80s stuff, his 90s stuff even. So you get like the whole catalogue really. And it's not just a greatest hits tour. You play like really obscure songs from like Lodger or from Outside, stuff like that. I'd probably go for that one. I would quite like to have seen that.
Sly Stone I'd like to have seen actually.
Oh yeah.
Sly and the Family Stone when they were touring like There's a Riot Going On.
Oh yeah.
Or like Curtis Mayfield when he was touring like Superfly and Curtis. Those kind of stuff. That would have been amazing. What else was I going to say? We're avoiding we're mainly going for rock. But if you go for other genres, I don't think it tends to be as good. Like hip hop. They tend to do like DJs and stuff, but it's not as good really as... I've seen a few hip hop bands live. I saw Public Enemy were really good, but it was very similar to what they did on like the record because they're not playing any real instruments. It's just like a DJ and stuff. But so yeah, mainly like rock. I thought of another one then, but I can't think what it is now. Dave Bowie. Give me a sec. Because I thought it would be an interesting one. I can't think what it is now. Would you have seen Elton? Oh, Bruce. Would you ever seen Bruce?
Oh yeah.
Which period of Bruce?
Back in his Born in the USA prime. I think when it was at like his most powerful. Definitely then. When he did used to do like 4 or 5 hour concerts. Before the government introduced rules about shutting off music events after a certain time. That
would have been amazing.
That'd be amazing.
Yes. But yeah, what's your favourite concert?